You see, Corey talked about asking questions and really listening to where your prospective jewelers are, and then catering your opportunity presentation to show how Premier can meet that need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share briefly about where Fred and I are, and then my heart is to show you how you can take our experience and where we are, and you can apply it to where you are. So let me ask you a couple of questions, and I would like for you to respond. Are you faced right now with something that you see as challenging? Anybody? Okay. Are you struggling to actually do what is necessary to meet the challenge that is before you? Okay. Have you thought on more than one occasion today, that is exactly what I needed to hear to help encourage me to go out and do what I need to do to meet that challenge? Okay. Well, you see, Fred and I have been, for the last 8.5 years, very comfortable with where we are and with our business, and God has blessed us. And, I got into Premier to make $1,000 a month. I wasn't looking, I didn't have the concept of what would happen in our business. But I really came in to earn an extra $1,000 a month to make sure I could continue to stay home. And and God has taught me a lot. I will say to you that in so many ways, I am the woman that I am today because of how God has used this business to bubble things to the surface that I had either neglected to deal with, had suppressed or repressed, or just wanted to ignore altogether, and has given me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to work on those things. And so for me, Premier has been a lot more than just selling jewelry, giving jewelry away for free, helping people start and build a business. It's been a journey of personal growth that has completely, 100%, totally taken me from the direction that I was in into a completely different direction, in many cases not knowing exactly where that direction is going to end up, but desiring to walk by faith to receive that which I feel sure that God has for me. So you heard Melinda mention earlier that Fred and I are planning to move. Now, you're probably saying, well, why is that? And one of the questions that we got is the area saturated? I just had a friend of mine say that. So the area is really saturated. And I said, no, the area is nowhere close to being saturated. This is not about the area is saturated. This is about we're at a point where the season of time that God has given us to grow and build our business here is coming to a close for us personally. And the second season, as I will call it in our Premier business, is coming to go to a new area that is extraordinarily wide open, and to face those challenges and to do the things that are difficult and hard to grow our business in a new and different way in the second season. Now, here's the interesting thing about our second season. See, some of you, depending on how long you've been in, your first season in many ways is coming to a close, and your second season is beginning right here where God has planted you, but without Fred and Elizabeth in the immediate picture for that. Now, we're going to the North Dallas area. The Frisco, Plano area is where we're anticipating relocating. Dallas-Fort Worth has about 4.5 million people, and there are only 600 Premier jewelers in that entire area. Tons of opportunity there. And in the same way, there are tons of opportunity here in this area. But I will tell you, we're not leaving the area because we don't like it here, or we don't love our people, or we don't love our family that live here. It's not really about Fred and I can remember 3 years ago, we were like, we love Florida, we love the heat, we love the humidity, we love the Gators. Sorry, you FSU Seminole fans. And we're not going anywhere, especially not to cold weather. And that was 3 years ago in 2007, March of 2007 was when we first began this journey of the consideration of moving. And so I was driving home from Bible study on Tuesday. and I've been studying in the book of Joshua, which is not a new book. I taught a Bible study on it, but I'm just seeing it in a completely different way, and I just want to take you through a couple of things. It says, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke to Joshua, Moses' assistant, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now, praise God, Fred and I are not dead, okay? But this is what we know, that God is saying it's time to move forward. And he says to Joshua, now therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, a few states for us, you and all this people, us and our 2 children, to the land which I am giving to you. And so I got this strong sense on Tuesday, just to, in a sense, a confirming mindset that the land in Texas where we're going has already been given to us. The business that we're going to have there is already prepared for us. We have to be willing to step out and go there and do what is necessary to be a good steward of what God has given us in this business. So I ask you, what is the land that God has prepared for you? Because where you are right now is not where He's going to leave you. Your whole experience in Premier is to prepare you for that new land that God is going to give you. As a matter of fact, He goes on to say, every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given you. Have you considered that God has put that challenge before you because He is waiting for you to take the step onto the land so that He can show you that He is willing to give it to you? Now, is that hard? Absolutely, because you know what? I don't know what that land out there has for me. I don't know where we're going to live. I don't know what church we're going to attend. People go, do you have family out there? I'm like, nope, only people who are already in Premier. They're like, really? I'm like, yes. And every time I have to say it, I think, what am I doing? You know, and so, but every place that the sole of your foot will tread, I have given it to you. And then he says in verse 5, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. So I was with Moses, so I will be with you. And hear these words, I will never leave you nor forsake you. In the same way that I have to remind myself on a moment-by-moment basis that what we are looking to do and what we are planning to do, God has said, I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. Will it be difficult? Absolutely. Will your challenge be difficult? Very likely. Will God leave you or forsake you? Absolutely not. He desires that challenge to push you to a new place of faith, a new level of commitment, that you will receive a higher level of blessing. Now, let me just kind of address that whole idea of blessing, because it says, be strong and courageous. Oh, be strong and courageous. Can I just explain to you what that means? I want you to think that God, who is above, although He is with us, but He is above, He knows your circumstance. And He is looking down, and He sees all. He has seen past, He knows present, He knows future, He knows exactly what you need, when you need it, how you need it, and the way that you need it. And He is reaching down, and He is saying, Elizabeth, take hold. I will carry you to the land that I have prepared for you. Only you take hold and be strong and courageous. That's what that means, is be strong. I will take hold of you. You must take hold of me. So where is that for you? Where are you struggling to take hold? Because this is what I know, that God can carry you when you don't think that you are able to do what is necessary. He is able. So it says, be strong and be courageous. And then it says that you may observe to do according to all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded you. So I want you to think, for us and where we are, the Bible, okay, be sure to observe what the Bible has to say. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. You hear Andy say it all the time. You don't have to believe what I believe. But what he asserts is, I believe in the Bible. It has stood the test of time. And let me just share this with you, because a lot of people don't know this. When I used to teach homeschoolers in science, I would use a creation-based science textbook series. The Bible is the only book that has been rewritten more than 25,000 times and still maintains from the original manuscripts. There is no other book that has been written, first of all, rewritten that many times. Second of all, that has been maintained with the same truth that is available. So are you using this as a resource? Are you using it as a resource? And that you may prosper. This isn't about, oh Lord, I really want to go out there and build a big business, and I want you to prosper that. This is not dial-a-meal God. This prosper says that you will successfully be able to discern that which God desires for you and then go out and do that. That doesn't mean a number of home shows or a number of jewelers sponsored or an amount of money made. That is being able to successfully do that which God has desired for you to do. And it says, the book of the law will not depart from your mouth, and you shall meditate on it day and night. Because then he says, for then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. As leaders, if you want to have the level of success that I believe you want because you chose to stay an additional 2 hours, then my challenge to you, my encouragement to you is that this book will help you to do just that. So many awesome biblical principles. And he ends where I want to stop here. Have I not commanded you, be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Do you think that that thing that you said and admitted was a challenge for you would give you reason to be discouraged or dismayed? Because see, in the moments where I try to be Elizabeth, which is, I got to have the plan, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to be moved here, and we're going to do this, I begin to feel discouraged and dismayed because I am trying to do it my way. And when I have to take a step back and go, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the details laid out. I don't have home shows secured. You got to think about what Hank said. For Fred and I, this is it. We don't have other income. My home show business pays groceries and gas. And those day in and so in my mind, it's not an option to go a month without home shows. So translate that into going to a new area where you know no one, you have no family, you don't have any friends except those who are already doing Premiere who aren't going to do a home show for you. And you can see where it would be, I could quickly get into discouragement and being dismayed. But yet he says, be strong and be very courageous. Have I not told you? I will be with you wherever you go. Do not be discouraged. Do not be dismayed. And so I say to you, be strong and be courageous in that thing right now in your life that challenges you, that makes it difficult for you to go out and do what is necessary to build a business that will allow you to enrich others' lives. Because God is with you. God is with you wherever you go. And so rather than being discouraged, be encouraged. Rather than being dismayed, be amazed. Because God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ever think, to ask, or imagine, according to the power that He used to raise Christ from the dead, which is available to you should you desire to take hold of it. Be strong and courageous. I will take hold of you. Will you take hold of Him? Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it.